I'm going to make a dessert, a quick dessert with you, and this can be made over Eid. And because last time I made this and I thought the quantity was a lot, and I'm using the Dr. Oetker's cream caramel, you could use any other. I'm going to use half the portion. So I have poured in about 1/4 cup of the custard content and 1/4 cup of the milk in it. And I'm going to first make the custard over low heat, and we boil it until it forms a thick custard. What we are making is called Pineapple Pudding Trifle, and I'll show you another variation that you could actually, instead of using a pineapple, use strawberry, and that would be a strawberry pudding trifle. So we're going to make the custard here and wait for it to come to a boil. When I made the same trifle, I made it in a trifle pan, glass utensil where you can see the layers. But because I'm gifting it to a couple of friends for Eid, I am going to make them in these trays. I'm making 3 for 3 different people. One is for myself, and the other 2 are to give away. So I washed and cleaned these foil trays that are about 8 inches in diameter. Is ready now. If you can see, it's nice and thick. I will add a little more milk to it, for I feel it's a little on the thicker side. Just thin it a little. And I'll just heat it again, because we don't want a very thick custard either. Remember, I used half the portion. I have an angel hair cake, and I've got 1 whole angel hair cake, and what I've just done is sliced it thinly, and it doesn't look very well sliced because it's a very soft cake, and it kind of becomes gooey. So what I've just simply done is slice it as thinly as I could and just layered it with the angel hair cake. And you can use pound cake, but whenever you layer it very thinly, because we're going to add other things on top, and so we need to have room for everything. The only thing you need to be careful about is that you have cake on the bottom, everywhere on the bottom. See, all my 3 trays look like this. And as I said, you can also layer it in a trifle stand. And you don't have to be very perfect on it. You can actually scoop the cake with your hand and just break it apart, but just make sure that the cake is layered more or less evenly on the bottom, because you'll have other fillings on top, and so the bottom really doesn't matter right now. But if you are layering it in a trifle stand, you could do the same, and it really wouldn't matter, because the fillings, the custard and the cream all will come together. So pineapple, which is 100% pineapple juice. So I am going to take these pineapples and then cut them into small chunks like that, and then I'm going to layer them on the cake. It looks like with the pineapples on top, and I've roughly sliced 2 pineapple rings on all these cakes, on each cake. And I'm going to add some of that pineapple juice that is here, and not a lot, just spoon through a couple of spoons here and there, just so that the syrup goes into the cake and it does taste pineapple-ish. Now, if you don't like pineapples, you can substitute this with strawberries, and that will work out perfectly fine. Fresh strawberries that are preferably organic, or just strawberries that you like. I wouldn't try the other berries, but strawberries would work out quite well. So I'm going to finish up with my custard has dried up again, so I added about 2 tablespoons of milk. and I am going to whisk it again so that I have some runny custard, not very thick but a little runny. And I think I'll add 2 more tablespoons of milk because I need a little runny consistency. I added about 2 or 3 tablespoons of milk to get this kind of a consistency. I do not want it very, very thick. Now this is a medium consistency, not very thick, not thin, but just medium. So I'm going to wait for it to come to a boil, and because the custard has some cornstarch, it is going to thicken. As I'm making this, I think that if you were to take regular custard and make it with regular custard, it would work out just fine. But this is just a shortcut method if you're crushed for time, and you can make this dessert in under 1 hour. My custard is coming to a boil. And now I'll just whisk it one more time and then add it to the cake. There we go. And you could use regular vanilla cake if you don't have the custard cake. It looks like I'm running out of the custard, so I'm going to use the other half of the packet and make some more custard out of it. So I'm making more custard. Now you know, if you're using this the Dr. Oetker brand, and it should be good for 9 people. The last time I used a different, I think I used a different caramel sauce, caramel, and that was just too much. So I wanted to be sure I'm not cooking too much. So I just done the same thing. I added half the packet and added another half cup of milk. So whilst this custard is coming to a boil, I'll move on to the next. Custard has come to a boil. I'll add it to the cake. In my custard, I've added a tablespoon of custard in the custard that I just made. And just give it a quick whisk so that our custard dissolves. I thought this was a little on the thin end. And I believe that you can make the same trifle pudding with custard. Only thing is that you'll have to add some sugar. Right. I think it's good to go. Like cook it down for about a minute or 2, and then we can add it to our cakes. I'm going to put some on this cake and some on the other. So in a bowl I added about a cupful of whipping cream and about 2 tablespoons, and I'm eyeballing it, about 2 tablespoons of caster sugar or confectioner's sugar. And I had the brown confectioner's sugar, so I'm going to whip it now. Whip the cream till it looks like this. It's a spreadable consistency, almost like buttercream. And now we will take this cream and start applying it on our trifles. So I'll start applying this lightly on all my trifle, the whole of this trifle. And I can already see I will need more cream, so let me continue applying this cream with a spatula. and show you what it looks like. You may want to use a spatula or a knife with a broad base. So just spreading the cream all over the trifles, and project about 3/4 cups of cream on each of these trifles if you're doing it my way. And this is about an 8-inch pan, but if you are just layering it, it would probably be the same. Is after doing this layer, you'd add the same mixture on top and then layer it again and then put it in a trifle container. Now this is an optional step, but I think it looks very pretty, and I'm going to add some milk chocolate shaving. So I'm going to take some of this Lindt chocolate and shave it and then apply it all over my trifle. So after decorating the trifle with some chocolate shavings, which I just took some shavings from the milk chocolate, and I used my grater and created the shavings all over them. And now to decorate it further, and this is again another optional step, I'm going to put some fresh strawberries over. This is what the final presentation looks. This is what the final presentation looks like. It's pretty, isn't it? Do make it for your family, and if you try and do it my way, one little tray should at least sell 3 to 4, and it can easily sell between 9 to 12 people. So let's call it a trifle, a pineapple strawberry trifle. I think that would be a better and more appropriate name. And you could either make it completely pineapple or completely strawberry. The choice is yours. And each one of these required about 3/4 cups, 3/4 cups, and 3/4 cups of cream, which would be roughly about 2.5 cups of cream used in total. Like, share, and subscribe. See you later. Bye. And Eid Mubarak to you all. I hope you'll try this for your guests and your family. Make sure you serve it chilled. It must go into the fridge. And once again, Eid Mubarak to you all. See you later. Bye.